Question 2, select all the correct answers. If the measure of angle theta is 2 pi over 3, which statements are true? So the first thing that I want to do is I want to convert this radian measure to a degree measure. So recall, to do that, we're going to rewrite 2 pi over 3, that's our radian measure, and we're going to multiply, this is just the formula, by 180 over pi. The pi's cancel out, they divide out because we have a pi in the numerator and a pi in the denominator. Anything divided by itself is 1. Across the numerator, we have 2 times 180, 360. Across the denominator, we have 3. 360 divided by 3 is 120 degrees. Now, this is not required to do, but I find most people at the beginning, before they get really comfortable with radian measures, we need to convert those to degree measures to get an idea of where this angle measure would be in the coordinate plane. So when we graph this in the coordinate plane, recall that each quadrant is 90 degrees. It's an L-shaped angle, so it's 90, that's 90, that's 90, and that's 90. So we've got 90 degrees all the way around, 360 total. So if we're going to graph 120, it's positive, so we're going to go counterclockwise. So that's 90 degrees. Plus, we need to go about 30 more. So this is 90, this is 30. 90 plus 30 is 120. Our reference angle is the angle formed with the x-axis. I know this piece has to be 60. Because again, these two individual pieces have to add up to 90. So my reference angle in this problem is 60 degrees. Reference angles, recall, one of the sides is always the x-axis, and the reference angle is always positive and acute. So you can only have one reference angle. And essentially, this will help me get the other answer as well. I'm also going to use the calculator in just a second. But before we do that, let's recall that cosine is referring to the x-coordinate in the coordinate plane. Sine is referring to the y-coordinate, and tangent is y divided by x. So this angle of 60 degrees is in quadrant number 2. The x-coordinate is always negative in this quadrant. So we've moved left of the origin. The y-coordinate is always positive because we've moved above the origin. So that means this answer choice is likely because we have a negative value for cosine, and x has to be negative. I know this answer choice cannot be right because the y value has to be positive in this quadrant. Tangent is a positive number. So let's think about this. If we're in quadrant 2, I don't know what y and x are specifically yet, but I know y is a positive number, and we're dividing it by x, which is a negative number. Positive divided by negative is a negative number. And you'll see they are not getting a negative number, so this cannot be the answer choice. So verify this with a calculator. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode, like mine is. And let's just take the cosine of that original angle, 120, and we get negative 1/2. We can also, if we didn't convert that to degrees and did this in radians, convert it back to radian mode. If we take the cosine of 2 pi and divide it by 3, we'll get the same thing. And just to verify, the sine of 2 pi divided by 3 we are not getting, I can't see exactly what that answer is, maybe positive 1/2, but we're not getting 0.8666 here. So those are my 2 correct answer choices for this problem.